Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you to Yuki, Phil, for helping me out. But we're not all in the clear yet. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 28th of April. In the next 2 days, it will be May 1st. A lot of birthdays in May, right, Yuki? Yep, Yuki's birthday's next month. See, ladies and gentlemen, if I would, like, when I was homeless, right, I used to use these to cook hot meals and grill my vegetables, right? And I should buy the cheap $6 bag of charcoal, which should last long enough to cook my vegetables. But, like, I used to come out here and, like, do that, grill my vegetables. But, mind you, I did have a grill cleaner. I used to carry it around with me. Everyone said, why are you carrying it around? Because you go to parks, you may want to use the grill. See, I was doing that when I was hiking and camping in Portland and California mountains. Yeah, carry those things because you never know. Or carry a really good knife and all the foods that you bring with you. You can use the cans as a platform, as a base to set fire. You can cut holes into it and shape it where it brings in oxygen, but you can bring wax or whatever. But I don't have to be at my work training to 10 today, but yesterday we had to be there at 9. But yeah, I had to sign some documents. They know that I'm a YouTuber, too. So they asked me to not disclose, and I told them I wasn't going to disclose this job anyway because we've been having issues. And, talked to HR about it. They understand, like, being in someone on the internet could cause compromisable situations for businesses. But if it doesn't affect the business, then it's fine. But I'm just not going to talk about it. Not going to show you guys where I work anymore. I want to. Eventually, I am going to. But all this, I want to wait until I get, that attorney gets the document to go ahead with that approval, because I want to show you what we are doing. Since people want to continue to harass. And you thought Joshua Jones was the first person? No. I'm going to show you. I'm taking my time on this one. Well, we're not taking my time. It's just the system, how it works. But I'm going to show you and prove to you that no one is untouchable, even behind a computer. I don't understand how this person could be that reckless and that stupid. But, I don't know. Subscribe, like, and share, everyone. I'm the independent journalist, documentarian. I hold the New York City press credentials. I need to actually contact them about a new ID, because this one is falling apart. But I'm a filmmaker, a photographer, a storyteller. And yes, on this channel, in the last 4.5 years, we've been in and out of houselessness, because the market of houselessness already is expensive here. So, we have plenty of jobs. I even had professional jobs before coming back to New York and dealing with all this nonsense. Okay? But recently, the person that I was just referring to got me fired from my job, which is, last year. So we had to find new employment last year. And then we had 2 new jobs. We had to keep those on the wrap. Then they laid me off. And then I got laid off due to medical leave. I had to go get some surgery done. It was a life and death situation. So, and no one really supported that. That's why I said I got to do everything on my own. No one came to my bedside, but people did donate. And those are the only people that came to the side. And mind you, these are people that I do not know from this audience. Some of you are going to, Lord Brian was saying, we're all the rollerbladers. Like, I don't know, bro. They say they have my back, but I guess not. And we are rollerbladers, me and Lord Brian. And I say this because back in the day, I took care of the rollerbladers. And so does other few rollerbladers, like Lord Brian himself. Everybody was broke. They came to the Be Unique spot. Yo, man, can you hook us up, bro? Like, 25 cents. Usually we had it all, bro. We even had 40s. So if you were 21 and older, you came after, mind you, you came to Be Unique Skate Park after hours. Oh, yeah, we had the Billy D. Williams Coke 45 ready. That was the times, man. Real New York, not none of this, I don't know, what do you call this? So now I'm going to do another financial thing. Do this lawsuit and all this stuff, and kind of set me back on some financial things. So now, taking Joshua Jones to court, if the police can find him to serve his documents, because like I said, he's homeless. He has no home. He has no job. He's never had a job. So I got a lot of things I got to do, everyone. So I do apologize if I'm talking about it. I want you to know who I am, what I'm going through. As a person, as a human being. Someone bleeds, pisses, tells jokes, smiles, cries. I'm not some bulletproof, just a guy. Like, back and forth. At work, I get the step. I should throw it back. I'm Barry. But if you guys want to support the channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you guys want to support directly, which YouTube is doing some funny business right now. If you just see what YouTube did yesterday's video, not only they demonetized it, but they blocked it for no reason. There was no audio being played. There's no music being played. So, I had to just take it out. What sucks? YouTube is doing some weird stuff to channels under 5,000, I believe. It seems like they're targeting channels that do not accept some terms, or the fact that, like, they're doing something wrong to the channel. I'm not doing anything wrong on my channel. See, you gotta leave that disclaimer. You gotta say that disclaimer in your videos sometimes, so the algorithm knows, like, because apparently it's learning from your videos. And I think that how people describe the new way the AI algorithm is actually trying to figure out your videos, it sounds discriminatory. It surely does, YouTube. The AI sounds very discriminatory. The AI is not supposed to pick and choose. The AI is supposed to make everyone win and make sure everyone gets to the right audience where it belongs. It's not supposed to choose. That's wrong AI programming, in my opinion. If you're going to make AI to help everyone, You're supposed to make AI learn how to, mind you, forgive and say, we can make this better. We try to throw a number of people to your videos so it can help you grow. So, because what helps you grow is your audience might have an idea for your next video or your setup, and you might catch that in your comments and say, that's a good idea, Jeff, or Peter, or Sam, or Christy, or Kimberly, whoever. I can't wait to get paid, bro, because this is what I need. Okay, so I know everyone's gonna say I need to pay off that loan. I took out a very, very expensive, no, not an expensive loan, but I took out a loan, and one of my bank accounts are just like frozen right now. I've been trying to pay it off. So I think my first paycheck is to just pay that loan entirely off. That means I'm gonna get broke again. Oh, my panda. You see? But let's get the bad stuff out the way. Just pay this loan when I first paycheck. Yeah, because I need to get that out of the way. Because not only that affects your credit report, but that doesn't help you get great housing when you apply for applications to places like in New York City, which I really think New York City should do something about that, because like I just reported about how NYCHA just sent 5,200 people out of nowhere a notice saying that, oh, your voucher and your Section 8 voucher, we're not going to be supporting your partial your rent anymore because we miscalculated the funds to support someone like you, an upright citizen. So you're going to be homeless regardless if we find placement for you or not. But if we don't, well, you're on your own. Too bad. If you guys didn't see that video, you should watch it.
But there is no guarantee.
It is draining. It is traumatizing.
LaShawn Smith, a mother of two in Brooklyn, worries she's not going to have a place to live.
I got an email and it dropped, and I saw the NYCHA logo. I nearly fell to the floor.
This email saying the emergency housing voucher she has been receiving to help pay her rent will be suddenly ending this year. Congress created the vouchers through the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, but it has run out of money 4 years earlier than expected.
Everybody on the voucher is not getting their voucher for free. My rent, I spend more than NYCHA spends for me.
She's one of 5,200 people in the New York City area alone that will be losing their vouchers. The email from NYCHA, who administers the federal program locally, says it's working to find alternative subsidized housing options, and voucher holders must fill out an application in NYCHA's public housing program. But there is no guarantee they will find them a place to live.
My application.
You heard that, right? No guarantee they're going to help you find another place to live. So they screwed these people regardless.
Has been in NYCHA since 2017. Since domestic violence, since abuse, I am labeled under domestic violence.
So you were already on the wait list?
I've been on the wait list.
That's why she needed the voucher in the first place. She's been on the wait list for almost a decade. A wait list with more than 150,000.
Oh my panda. Almost a decade, everyone. She's been waiting almost a decade. Think about that. What did I say to you before about when you're homeless in New York City, it would take you more than a decade to get out of homelessness in New York City. Because it is true. It's a known fact. Statistics show that everyone that's homeless don't always stay out of homelessness because there's either obstacle or programs miscalculate funds. People don't do paperwork correctly, people don't follow it, or it just gets lost in processing. You have these options in New York City. This is what happens. But she's been waiting over a decade. What do you think is going to happen with me? Exactly. This is why we don't use the system. This is why we don't rely on the system. This is why we don't wait for shit like this. Excuse my language. This is why we don't use the system. We have to do this all on our own. We have to build something, create something. But people that come to this channel want to destroy that gift, that something that I'm trying to rebuild, because the system is not going to help you rebuild your lives. It's there just to toy with you. It's always been like that. And as a native New Yorker, I'm telling New Yorkers and new New Yorkers, and everyone that wants to come to live here, you are in a shit ton of surprises. Trust me. This is why I left for Wisconsin. This is why I left for Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver, Winnipeg. I got out, I traveled. But I was lucky enough to do that when I was a child. But I was lucky enough to learn as a child and growing up that I need to venture out of New York and get more influence from other people, other cultures. New York is based on immigration. But I'm not going to see that because everyone speaks English. No one wants to talk. No one wants to teach me the real aspects of their culture. So I went elsewhere, learned something. So with that said, everyone, take it with a grain of salt. So she's been waiting 10 years. So if anyone that's waiting for these NYCHA housing vouchers, forget about it. 52 residents are about to see homelessness because NYCHA miscalculated.
People.
So where are you going to be at the list?
I don't know. We're in the hands of a bunch of people who don't care.
In a statement, NYCHA said it encourages residents to submit their application by May 1st and will be accepting applications on a rolling basis.
Wait, May 1st. But guess what? This just happened 2 days ago. They just sent out the memos 2 days ago. Oh my, guys, this is how the New York City system did what I just said before. This is why the New York City system, you don't rely on it. Stop looking for EBT handouts. I might be homeless, I might be houseless, but I'm going to work the 9-to-5 job. I'm going to bust my ass, but I'm never going to rely on the system because giving them my information, giving them everything they want, doesn't help me. They only benefits them. They lie about what they are giving you. Like, for instance, like I said, I used to be a social worker in other states, right? And what I found out from Wisconsin Alliance was that Porchlight was using people's names and social security numbers and saying that you were still in the system when they wasn't even using the system or sometimes wasn't even in the state of Wisconsin. Because Madison, Wisconsin, mind you, it's like a hub. A lot of homeless people come and go. They stay there for 6 months, pass on, go to Minnesota. Some go to Chicago, and that's where they want to go. They want to go to Chicago. They want to stay in Madison. No homeless person wants to stay in Madison, Wisconsin during the winter. It's death. It is absolutely death. You will freeze to death. I'm telling you that as a Wisconsinite that lived, as a New Yorker that born here and lived in Madison from 2005 to 2012 and still visit as a, mind you, visitor graduate from UW and continue, mind you, my community relations with the UW University in the city of Madison. In the state of Wisconsin, trust me, you would die instantly. When there's 22 Fahrenheit below, you are going to freeze to death. This is why most of the homeless people go to Chicago. This is why Madison has a low number of homelessness during the winter, but a high number during the summer. Because, mind you, in Madison, we also give out a lot of free food, just like Portland. So you can never starve in Madison, Wisconsin. But in New York City, yeah, you will. All these people throwing away food, throwing away all these free, mind you, furniture. They can sell furniture. Take half of that, mind you, that used furniture money. Donate half of that to a charity. Keep the rest for your hard work. You know. But like I said, everyone, think about it. For a person like me signing up, I'm going to be waiting 15 years probably. 20 years before I even get proper housing. So there's no point of waiting for the city or any official here to give you housing when just build up your career. Just get a job, keep maintaining a job, build up your portfolio, do something on the side. If you're an artist, do something on art, like me. I'm a photographer. I'm a filmmaker. I'm good at that. I'm very good at that. I'm so good at that. I was labeled as a professional because certain things that a lot of photographers don't do. Photographers want to stick to portraits all the time and headshots and weddings. I used to do the weddings, but that's time consuming, but that makes a lot of money. But since I don't have that wedding gear anymore, because mind you, when we came back to New York after Boston, after my face recovery and everything, we got robbed for all our camera equipment. I had all types of lenses, everybody. I had Nikon bodies. I had my Minolta lenses. Vintage film cameras was in those camera bags and the cases. I'm talking about $15,000 worth of camera equipment, all stolen. Now I have to start with scratch. I have to go buy these used Canon cameras from B&H in 2022 after my Canadian name would run in Vancouver, mind you, pay me back the $5,000 that they loaned from me. So they paid it back because they knew I was in a problem. I spent some of that money and I got the Canon 7D for $279 with only 9,000 actuations on it. So basically, it was a pretty brand new camera. So I jailbroke it to put Magic Lantern Raw software on it, and ever since then, Canon has not liked my videos because Canon doesn't like that stuff. So yeah, I'm good at reprogramming things. So, and I did this to the Sony. I fixed even the Sony translucent A77 body when Sony never wanted to put updates for the freaking sensor because it's a translucent, so it loses light. So the mirror in that camera loses light. It's not a true mirrorless camera because it does have a translucent flip, but it loses a partial light. So you have to compensate. It's one stop over all the time for your shots. But the problem was that it had this issue where sometimes when you took an image, it would like only take half of an image. So I'm looking to code, or yeah, Sony didn't like that. This is why I can't never get sponsored by these camera companies because I always do something crazy. But once I did it to the Micro Four Thirds camera that the company sent me, what is it called? Xiaomi sent me a camera that's Micro Four Thirds. It was pretty awesome, but it bricked. So it was no good. Because it was actually, it didn't sell a lot of them, but I did a review on it. It was pretty good. It had a Sony MIX sensor in it, so it was pretty good. It shot really good 4K. It shot good micro. But it had a learning curve. Lenses were pretty good, but weren't top tier 1 glass. I would say they were like between tier 2 and tier 3 glass, but they were good enough to do the job. And they matched the body. And yeah, that company sent me that camera, and I did some crazy stuff to their software to try to fix it. And at one point, I thought I did fix it, but I didn't. They realized that like the camera's just like, they're going to discontinue the camera. Yeah. So, I miss having my old bodies. I miss my Sigma 18-35. I miss the 105. I miss the 85. I had those big, heavy Sigma glass. And sometimes this is like holding a gun, like, when you shoot, like, but the glass and the quality was like, it just felt like, you got guns, baby. As a photographer, you just like the image qualities. But now Sigma's just gotten better and better and better, even though they've been in the game for a long time. But I had Sony lenses. I had the micro lens. I had the 50 f1.4. I had the 35 f1.4. I had the 24-70. Oh my Panda, all that was gone. And I had the Minolta, mind you, 200 f2.8. They took that. And mind you, I've been looking for that lens because that lens is registered to me. So whoever tries to sell that because it has a serial code or a pin, This is why I've been looking on eBay. I couldn't find on eBay. So someone took it, and they know, like, as soon as they try to sell it, that's a red flag. Because that lens, everybody, you can find it, but it's registered to me. It's on the Sony website, too. Yeah, it's, even though Sony brought out Minolta years ago, decades ago. But the point is, it's a Minolta 200 f2.8. And you guys know, yes, it is mechanical. But you know, that lens was pretty good at this time. You know, it's still good. Once it gets focused on its subject, especially on portraits, oh, that bokeh is so juicy. That background bokeh is like, what lens is this? It's like, if I tell you, you're not gonna get mad? Like, no. You spent $5,000 on that lens. Well, I only spent $1,000 on this lens, and it's older than yours. It's called the Minolta 200 f2.8. Yeah, they stole all of that, the micro FE90. They stole all my cinema lenses. They stole my Nikon Z20. Mind you, my Nikon 7100, 7200. They stole the Panasonic GX4 camera. They took a lot of stuff. So yeah, everyone, if I had my camera equipment, my Panda, I'm gonna walk around here like a freaking studio, a full-blown studio. I wouldn't never complain about lenses ever again, but now I need lenses. I only have, my IRIX 150 is not working. It only focuses micro now. So the only way to focus infinity is I gotta take it apart and change the optics. Oh yes, I know how to fix lenses too. Yeah, I know how to take lenses apart and refix them. That's what happened to my IRIX 15. One day, I took it out the bag, and this is why I think it's something with the slide lock on the IRIX lenses. Something is causing the focus to, mind you, that thing tightens up, and then I think what IRIX is using is a rubberized ring around the focus inside the mechanism, and that's just getting charred up and eaten by the plastic. And that's what happened to my micro lens. This is why I try to tell IRIX, you do have a flaw in your lens. So if the lens gets locked inside your backpack because it's twisting the focus all the time, and mind you, the micro 150 was a very sensitive lens, the focus is, because it had a 270 degree throw. Oh, let's go this way. It had a 270 degree throw. So it took a while to get the focus, but you got to get used to it. You got to know the focus on that lens. You got to know where to put your hand placement or so when you throw it, you go, So you know you've been practicing with the lens. I just wish I had my other cameras, because when I had my cameras, I wasn't stuck to one camera company. I'm a hybrid shooter. They like to call us hybrid shooters. We like to shoot anything you give us, you put it in our hand, we'll make it happen. All right. But yeah, everyone. How's the smoke shop open this early? Should be food. Yeah, I only got my dumplings with me. Sorry, everyone. I had to buy whatever I could buy for groceries. So I made over 100 dumplings. So this is supposed to last me for at least a week and a half. Yeah, I made 100 dumplings, and boy, I was tired. My hands still feel the stroke for making the dumplings, because after a while, this is like, I got a stroke in my hand. Yeah. So yeah, I had to like spend money wisely. So yeah, I got 12 dumplings in my backpack right now. That's my lunch. Yeah, 12. You're like, but you're not portioning those out. No, because I am. I'm going to eat 6 for lunch, and then after lunch, when I get hungry again, because that's what happens, right? I'm going to eat another 6. So that one meal would be my 2 meals in one meal. Can't go out and eat because right now money's tight and we haven't got paid yet. And we just started a new job training assessment. And yes, I'm getting paid for that because next week will be more on-site job. But my role is important. I have to show good examples since my leadership has been noticed. So yeah, I got my change of clothes. Yeah, they prefer you to change. Yeah, they do have a locker. I was like, okay, yeah, change into, yeah, they do have a uniform thingy. They will take it out my paycheck as well. That's what they do. Take it out your paycheck. That's why I'm telling you earlier, everyone. I'm gonna be broke on my first paycheck because I gotta pay back the bank the loan that I took out for hiring this attorney to represent me in court and helping me file for these lawsuit and this harassment stuff. So that's why if you guys want to help out with that financial, actually not with that, but if you guys want to help out with anything else. Oh, he's charging his Tesla. Listen, there's a PayPal Venmo where you guys can make a small little donation. You can help out with like Gatorade, transportation, maybe get some extra food on top of the dumplings. Because yesterday I ate my dumplings and I still was hungry though. See, this is why I gotta not crave in to my hunger. I did yo, stop it, stomach, chill out, relax, homie. Relax. Gotta force my body, but here's the thing. I'm supposed to be eating 3 times a day now. Before I had to start out gradually because we just had stomach surgery, right? So my doctor, even now, my doctor's like, you gotta eat better, you gotta eat heavier, you gotta eat get more protein. I'm trying, man. This is why I made those dumplings. And even though I know, dumplings are going to be kind of boring over time, because you eat it too much, you're going to man, I need something different. I know. It already happened already. Like yesterday, like I said, I saw something else. I was like, I should have made that. But now I need to buy a big bag of rice. Another big bag, because I made some seasoned Japanese rice on the side, and I realized it got kind of mushy. Because it was sitting, mind you, it got warm yesterday, right? It's sitting in a container. Oh, here's another homeless person sitting on that bench. Dang, he shovel up over there. Telling you. But anyway, the rice, the condensation, it got wet. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I don't like the condensation. I did nothing wrong to the rice. I cooked the rice properly, seasoned it correctly. Yeah. So I got that in my backpack, changed the clothes, got a bottle of Gatorade, because I had to go buy Gatorade. So my doctor is telling me that I need to consume more electrolytes, because, guys, I'm kind of deficient in a lot of areas. So I'm trying to replace and fix my deficiency in my body. Because, I passed out one day on live stream, a week and a half ago, guys? again, passing out. I'm overdoing it, you know? But I can't help it. It's like I got a fucking, it's like runners. You know how runners got that adrenaline rush all the time? That's just me. Sorry I'm not so lazy and I can get off my butt and walk before I go to work in the morning instead of like other people like, I don't want to do live streams because these live streams don't help me make money. They do not help me make money. They just help me tell a story. My money, if they do help me make money, it's you that contribute directly to the PayPal and Cash App. Or not Cash App, the PayPal Venmo. Because that's who I owe money to. Cash App. Because, mind you, I saved all my credit, right? So every time you get a deposit, they give you an option, oh, you can borrow this, you can borrow that. So I built that up to like, what, $2,000. Yeah, I built that up all the way to like $2,000. Because every time I got a deposit from my previous jobs, that helped me get credit from... And that is the loan that I got to pay back. Yeah, that's the loan I got to pay back. So think about what I did when I had both my jobs. Every deposit that came in, I got a credit from Cash App. Said, now I could borrow. Dude, I was able to borrow over $3,000 at one point. That's insane, isn't it? And now you know where that money went. To lawyer fees. So I hope Joshua Jones and David's watching. And all of his goons. Hope you guys watching. Yeah, I'm smart enough to save all that financial. Mind you, we did smart. We played this right game. Now we owe money, which I don't mind owing the money back. Because that came at a perfect time when people were trying to false accuse me of a crime. And mind you, yes, we are going to be suing the city and filing another city report. And mind you, we already filed 2 city reports on top of the last 2 problems with the NYPD profiling. There's no food in the fridge anyway. I can see it. This is why this guy's waiting. He thinks someone's going to come by. You can babysit that fridge all you want, man. I learned a lesson. It's not worth it, bro. See, there's no food there. You're going to be waiting all day. I've been walking these streets every day. Right, Lord Brian? Right, Phil? Licia? Yuki? Every day, there's been no food in these fridge. It's like people forgot, like, people are actually starving, but when you do see food, it's not in the fridge. It's on the sidewalk. That's the crazy, ironic thing in New York City. When you want to see food, you don't see food where it's supposed to be. You see it on the grounds, on a New York City store. Wasteful food, guaranteed. Especially in Manhattan. Especially in Manhattan. People waste so much food. New York City last year wasted 2.2 billion tons of food last year. Billion tons. That's a lot. That's a lot. That goes for people doing barbecues in the park and they just throw away the food. We have community refrigerators. It's called One Love. Donate to our community refrigerators. But anyway, I'm going to head back this way and get on the train because I got to go to Manhattan. So I'm just sticking around here, everyone. I wanted to make a live stream and tell you guys my first day was pretty good at work. So, but kind of missing something. I feel like I'm missing a snack. That's why I was like, dude, I don't want to overeat my food and miscalculate my days because, mind you, it's 12 dumplings per day. So let me recap. It's 12 dumplings per day. I made 100. Actually, technically, I made 105, and I ate 5. So I'm not gonna lie about that. I did while I was making. I was like, let me just taste test. So, but my hands are cramped from that. Ugh. I'm not doing that again. Not for a while. But look at the skyline. Look at that skyline. Oops, I had that thing. I keep leaving that on. Where am I? Come on, dude. Where am I? Really? Really? Where am I? Are you serious? I walked down a circle. You saw New York City icons and, wow, people. The observation. People, pay attention. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Do you guys want support for a snack doing work? You know what kind of snack that was? I'll tell you what it is. It was a rice pudding I saw. This is rice pudding place in Manhattan. It's an Asian rice pudding place. I was like, oh, I haven't had rice pudding in a while. Oh, yes, I like rice pudding. Yeah. Sorry for you, you black folks out there that don't eat rice pudding. Sorry, I'm so Asian-like that I love a good dessert. That's why I keep telling you folks, I don't eat or consume junk food. I don't eat candy. I don't really barely. If I do eat cakes, listen, it has to be vegan. And there's only a few bakeries in New York City that I go to. And there's one person on Instagram. Her name is Alexandra. She's a good baker. Oh, my panda, her cakes are beautiful. Holy shit. I'm telling you guys. Her cakes are beautiful. When she make a cake, you just don't want to eat it. You just like, you know what? I'm not going to eat this cake. It just looks too beautiful. Why is the park not open? I was going to use the bathroom because I got to pee. See? Park's not even opening. This park's supposed to be open at 7. Mind you, it is 7. It's past 7. I go pee. But the other side of the park is open. That doesn't make sense. Yo. Oh, my panda. See, yep, that's this is what I was talking about, parks, NYPD parks. Like, your employees show up when they want to show up. They come when they want to come. This is why when I see in New York City parks, conservative activists on the street corner of New York City, I just go, fuck you guys. You guys take our money, but you don't want to service and open our parks correctly or clean our bathrooms right. Come on. Millions of dollars you get in donations, but you don't want to clean our bathrooms correctly. And half the time the bathroom's not even open. But anyway, guys, I want some rice pudding now. Damn. I want some rice pudding. Yo, I saw the rice pudding yesterday. I was like, is that the... Mind you, you know how Japanese love their bean paste, right? And I love bean paste too. But they had the bean paste with the cinnamon and apple crush, sugar flakes with the oh, that sounded so good. Yeah, it sounded real good. And soy sauce is $7 now. It's gone up. I think that, yeah, soy sauce used to be like $4 for a bottle. Now it's almost $7. I just spent $7 on soy sauce. But it's gonna it's gonna last. I'm just saying. That's a lot. I just, even at the Asian market, I was like, ugh! You guys are, damn, yeah, because normally the Asian market is pretty cheap than Whole Foods and everywhere else, right? But no, they was it was a $6.19 for the soy sauce. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, that's the small bottle too, not even the tall bottle. Oh my panda, this is why I'm broke now. Food's expensive in New York. That's why I had to make food. Because buying food out on the streets of New York City is just wasteful. And besides, I'm not a big fan of the food out here, even though I do have an allergy. I have allergies and I don't consume meat. But here's the thing: when there is a food out here that I could eat, it doesn't wow me. It doesn't blow my senses away. It just feels like it's just fatty food, junk food. It feels like junk food. Yeah, it just feels like junk food. That's why maybe I'm not. Yeah, maybe that I am weird. Just thinking about it, like, this black dude is so weird. This nigga don't eat fried chicken, mashed potatoes. I do eat mashed potatoes, just no butter. Like, no butter, you ain't black, bro. See? It's because someone told me that one day. David was snapping jokes on me. I'm just stealing the jokes, that's all, and reusing it to tell the story. Because, yeah, it's funny how, like, people pick on me like, yo, you are not black, bro. You like Asian things, you like white people stuff. But, yeah, well, that's what they used to say back in the day. Now, you're all doing that white people and Asian stuff. I used to get picked on for eating certain type of sushi, like calamari or like squid. I never used to eat the tuna or salmon because like it makes me like feel nauseous and sick sometimes. So try to like pace myself on that. Oh, there's a barbershop. Right here. It's called the Brooklyn Barbershop. Yeah. So haircuts are 40. Seniors 65 plus 25. That's a good discount, bro. Kids under 10, 35. Buzz cuts 35. Shades 40. Beard trims are 25. Beard and haircuts are 55. And the cleanup is 20. Ooh. You guys should see my hair right now. It's looking like a mess. Yeah, my job is like, hey, are you going to do it? Yeah, I'm growing out my hair. I need to do something with it, guys. I don't have haircut money. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking like Medusa right now. I froze you and steal your soul. Yeah, my hair is growing out so much now. Everyone's like, are you growing that out, or are you trying to grow dreads? And like, I don't want dreads. No way. That's too hard to take care of. I don't have time for that. But yeah, I do need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in a while, so. If anybody wants to give your boy a haircut, let me know. You got barbershop skills? Listen, you got skills? So, your boy Panda over here looking kind of atrocious right now. He's looking kind of like, like, yo, bro, you trying to take my soul? Are you the new Medusa or something? I say that because someone said that to me. It's like, you're looking like Medusa, bro. Like, Medusa, are you talking about that crazy thing in the Bible? I was like, yeah. And I was like, ugh. Ew, dude, I look better than that. He called me, yeah. Don't call me that shit. Don't call me anything from that book. Period. Dude, I need to do something with this hair. Dude, I want some rice pudding now. Damn. That is really intriguing right now. Ooh, with some mango slices. Ooh, I'm amping it up now. I like mango slices. Before, I wasn't a big fan of mangoes. But now, as I got older, I became more of a Latino than any. I put sazon on the mangoes. Yes, I do. I'm acting like a Dominican sometimes, bro. You know why? Because I love it. I like putting sazon. If you guys never had sazon, yo, you can put that on anything. Chicken, vegetables, Even fruits. Like, what? I put that on a mango. Tastes so good. I like the sweet and saltiness, you know? In that little lime thyme flavor. Or I carry the fajita seasoning sometimes. Oh, look at that view on Manhattan. I gotta go into that crazy city over there, and like an hour and a half from now, I gotta be at work at 10, so. But with that said, everyone, I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. I gotta pee. I don't want to. The bathrooms in the park are not open yet. They don't open till 8. I don't want to pee in public. Yeah, I want some rice pudding and some mango slices. I didn't even bring no sazon either. Oh man, I need to buy some sazon. For you, if you're Latino out there, Dominican, you're Puerto Rican, you're Cuban, let me know in the comments. Sazon. It saves your life. Yo, if you don't have that in your house cabinet, I'm not talking to you, bro. You don't have Latino ingredients in your household. I'm not especially if you're from New York and you're from the hood and you don't have that, I'm definitely not talking to you. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me you don't have Latino friends, because everybody has a Latino friend. And I know you'd be influenced by like, yeah, stop your lying. But anyway, talk to you guys in the next one.